Alright, it's my first attempt at doing a YouTube video. I'm gonna go over what I think is one of the best ways to work out without heavy weights. Doing circles. These are 1 pound hand weights. And these are 8 pound weights, dumbbells. And then, I don't know if we'll even do these today. These are 15s. So anyway, the whole concept is to do circles. But when you're doing a traditional curl like this, you're only using the muscle in one direction and one way. And that doesn't give you all of the different directions, different ways that your bicep or any of your muscles can work. You can feel the difference just in going between this and this. They're drastically different exercises. The sticking with the standard exercise all the time, it will build up your muscles, but it's not going to build them up in a manner that is all that useful. If you're just looking for building muscle, then have at it. Do your standard stuff. But if you want something useful for basketball or football, this is probably the way to go. So what I'm doing is I'm staying at one speed, and let's start like this and do it for a while, and then it's actually a different exercise to do it in the other direction. You can feel it in your muscles. And then you can try changing your hand position, and you'll notice in this position you really feel it in your bicep. And then if you go to this position, you'll notice that you really feel it in your forearms and more in your shoulders. All four hand positions and both directions, it adds up to 8 different exercises, all doing the same motion. And then you want to do, well, I guess you could do, the next thing is to switch to smaller circles, which is another exercise again. Or you could do bigger circles, which is another exercise again. And then as those muscles are starting to get tired, instead of taking a rest like normal people do at a gym, we're going to switch to a different muscle group. So my shoulders and biceps are getting tired, so I'm going to go up here and go to circles. I'm going to start with small and tight, switch directions, and I'm going to get bigger and bigger. And I think my bright levels are too high, so I'm going to change it. Hold on. Whoop. Whoop. I don't know. Good enough. Someone give me pointers on that. I don't know anything about video. So anyway, back to this. We're going to get bigger and bigger. At a certain point, you're going to need to cross over to get a full exercise. This is a good way to hurt your hands if you're holding dumbbells. So start off slow, kind of get the rhythm down so you don't hurt yourself when you cross over. Really good way to knock, especially if you have pure metal instead of metal with coating. Knock the weights together and get a nice bruise. Anyway, feel this up in your shoulders pretty well. And you can get really big if you want. And it will work a little bit more on your back. And it'll work your forearms a little bit. Switch directions. It becomes a different exercise. You'll feel it. And now I can feel it a little bit more on my pecs. And then if that gets tired, I'm going to switch back down to here. And we're going to do small and fast. Then we'll do the other direction. Then we'll do large and fast. Other direction. And the fast and slow really does matter. Because sometimes you're moving your muscles fast, sometimes you're moving them slow. You really want to do close enough to real world situations. You know, you don't always go like that. So anyway, I'll do this. And then if the weights are too heavy, you're getting tired, you don't want to stop, drop those and just do these. Then we'll do these circles. It's really weird because there's so much white on that screen. In reality, there's not. But I turned on the brightness and I don't know. So anyway, small and fast, switch direction, and go big. Other direction. And we'll go here. We can cross if you want. Remember not to hit. You can go small. Remember to switch your hand position. This is really a different workout than this. You'll feel it as soon as you try it. This is getting really your upper pecs. I don't even know what those are called, but you can feel it in the higher portion of your pec. And you'll feel it more in your shoulder. This you can feel more in your back. And then, you know, try the other hand position. This I can feel more in my outer shoulder. And then this, I guess I would say I feel this, my inner pec the most. And we're going to do these. Now, these are really working your back. And not many people work these muscles very much. So you're going to just do this. And it's getting hot in here, so I'm going to real quick shut the heat off. Hold on. That'll be better. Activates. Just keep switching up. If you feel like you've got extra energy, go to a higher weight. If you feel that lactic acid burning up, you've got that burning, go to a lower weight or switch to a different muscle group. There's no reason, you've got a limited amount of time to work out. There's no reason to waste it sitting there or standing there and recovering. You switch muscle groups. You get really tired on your entire arms, move to your legs. Just doing the same thing with multiple different positions. If I want to do this, switch it over, very different workouts. Different direction, and the different speed is also a very different workout. I'm going to go here. Try to get all the way back to the edge of your range of motion. Right now I'm going about as back with my arms as far back as I can. And your motion will get weirder and weirder the closer to the edge you get. But that's fine. That's my trainer, Sam. Say hi, Sam. He works for food. I like that. If you need to loosen up, something's getting tight. I don't have a name for these, but they really help stretch out. It's important to stay stretched, even in the middle of a workout. Now these, fairly similar to these, but they're pretty different when it comes to, this is more of the outside of the bicep. And then you can move to here. This is more of a forearm. They're all very similar exercises. But I promise you'll feel the burn in different areas and in different ways. And then, if you really want to switch things up, you can do what I call spirals. You start up in a top motion and come down. Just spiraling downwards. And that's really going to hit most of the angles, most of the ways you could actually use your muscle. And I'm getting tired of it, so I'm going to switch to the hand weights again. No big deal. If I owned some 3-pounders, I'd probably use them. I don't. Anyway, so then we can go from here and spiral in. And spiral out. I just switch directions, but I would end up probably trying to do it both ways. All the way in, and then all the way out. And then switch your hand position, and all the way in. And all the way out. Go all the way to the edge of your range of motion. Switch your hand position. And if you want to cross all the way over, that's good too. And you can cross over with small ones or cross over with big ones. The whole point is to do it every which way you possibly can. So if I want to go from here and then come down around the waist and cross over instead of around the chest, that's fine. Then do the same thing, reversing direction. Stay loose. And you could go from here all the way up here. And if I wanted to, I could switch hand position and come all the way down. Get all the way back to the edge of the range of motion. And then if I wanted to do the same thing, but I could do it tight and fast. Every way that you can think of is a good way to do it. If your body can do it, you should do it. It's a good workout. All right. So that's that. Now these things that go to full extension, that need a better name, I like these a lot because they go to full extension. And you can do that at different speeds. I believe the slow and steady route probably does build muscle the fastest. But how often do you move in a slow and steady motion in a sport? Pretty much never. So these, I think, are good because you can do them quite quickly, especially if you drop down to the hand weight or a 3-pounder. And that's more of a realistic speed of how you would use your muscles. You get tired in the one way, switch to the other. Same with the circles. You can switch your hand position, and it's a very different workout. And then your angle also produces a different workout than if I do this versus this. So I'll do a little bit of both. I wouldn't do this right away with 8. You want to make sure you're well stretched out before doing these, because you could tear something. It's definitely not. It's not something I would do as a beginner. And then we could do the traditional curl motion, but do it quickly. And if you want to go quick up, or you could go quick down. Both are more natural motions than a slow and steady. So there are plenty of times you'll be required to go quick down or quick up. Very few situations where you're going to pick up slowly. Quick up, quick down. Quick down. Quick up. And then not every time will your hands be doing the same thing. So sometimes you've got to go one arm, then instead of stopping, I just go back to doing circles, because that's kind of my default motion. And we've got these. You can do these quick up if you want. Go down. Or you could do it in a circle motion. It's not a real circle, but it's close enough. I'm going to try switching hand position. Oh, that's awkward. I guess I don't normally switch hand position on this, to be honest, because that just felt weird. Anyway, you can also do these as circles. I know when you're doing shrugs, people tell you not to do that. They're crazy. There's more than just this motion. You want the full range of motion that your shoulders can do. Anyway, and then these I would consider twists, I guess. But a twist is kind of like a circle. So we got this. And you've got these. And you go up here. It seems like the exact same motion, especially here and here, but you will notice that different muscles are feeling the burn. Go here and here. Very different exercises. Sometimes I like to combine them in exercises. That would be something like this, getting that full range of motion. And then if I wanted to switch the hand position, it would be just working with range of motion of the wrists. Every joint is important. I'm gonna go get my ball. These are $8 at Walmart. I think anybody can afford that, for most people. I like to lock in some 30-pounders, but you can use any weight at all. You know, as long as it's enough to hold you down. I'm gonna point this down a bit. So that's all right. Same thing as before. We're gonna do these in circle motions. It feels really weird. And that's why you really have to lock in with weights. It doesn't have to be weights, just anything that has mass. And we're getting that full range of motion. And that is gonna work the muscles on the sides. I don't know. What are those obliques? It might be obliques. And then sometimes we're going to go fast in one direction. And then sometimes we're going to go slow in that direction and fast in the other direction. This is engaging that fast twitch rather than the slow twitch. The slow twitch muscles are better for endurance. If you're looking for true endurance, you might not want to do this. But if you're looking for an athletic competition like basketball or football, you want that fast motion. Fast motion. Hi, Sam. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Sam. I know. You're a good boy. You have food. You have water. You have Ruby. Leave me alone. So, hi, Rubes. We're going to go on bigger circles. This does feel weird. And we're going to go in the other direction. Ruby, it's okay. I'm fast. I thought I might hit my head on the windowsill. And then we're going to go slow back, fast forward, slow back, fast forward. The other thing to do is to not trigger those fast twitch muscles at the same position all the time. So I was pretty much triggering it there. Sometimes you want to trigger it here. And sometimes you want to trigger it there and there. And maybe sometimes you want to go all the way back and trigger it there, except I lifted up the weights there. Hey, Sam. Sam, look at the camera. Show them how pretty you are. Could you put your ears up for me? Put your ears up for me. You want a treat? I'll get you a treat. Hold on, I gotta get you a little Debbie. You love Swiss Kickles. Yeah, you love Debbie? Want some chocolate? Ruby, you want chocolate? My dogs eat more chocolate than Augustus gluten. And they're very, very healthy. I don't know if that says more about the myth of chocolate and dogs or the amount of chocolate that's in American candies. They're not much. Anyway, so then the circle, I find it's a lot easier. You can really spread your legs out. You do that full range of motion. And then switch directions. And then you're going to want to tighten it up. And this looks really dumb. That's a really good workout. And then tighten it up again. This you could even do standing. Facing him. No more. And then we're going to go fast back. Fast back. Fast back. Then we'll go fast forward. And then we're going to twist it. And we're going to twist. Because the twisting is good for some joints. And then other joints can do a full circle. But your back, you know, At least vertically can only twist. Yeah, hi, buddy. Hi. No. You have chicken. What else over there? You have donuts. Go eat that. Go. Go. I'll get you other stuff soon. You want salami? So, back to twisting. And then these, where keeping your back twisted and then springing forward and that fast forward motion, that's going to engage these muscles with the fast twitch. And then you do it over here. And then we're going to switch it over to fast backwards. And then we're going to go over here, fast backwards. All this fast stuff, I wouldn't do it at the beginning. You might fear something. All right. So, that was that. Now we're going to move on to a very similar thing I call pulsing. There's lots of different ways to pulse, just like there's different ways to do circles. So, the general idea is to engage the fast twitch muscles. And you're working out and changing the physiology of the muscle. You can create more fast twitch muscles. And you're also working out the mechanism of the neuromuscular junction or neuromuscular synapse. You've got to build that up the same way that you build up your muscles. So, I mean, it's different, but you still have to work on it. And every time you twitch your muscle, you're working on that neuromuscular junction. So if you do one of these, you're engaging that, not much. But if you're doing this, you're really pulsing. You're turning those nerves on over and over and over and over and over and over. So what we're going to do is we're going to do basic motions. I don't know the best way for you to see this, because I don't know if our frame rate's fast enough. So anyway, we're going to do this a little bit slow, I guess. So we're going to start off and just go like this. And I'm trying to actively move downward, not just let the weights drop. Now, I guess if you just actively engage upward, that's okay. But you're much better off actively engaging in both directions. And then if your biceps are getting tired or your forearms, you're going to switch and you're going to go to this, which also looks really dumb. But every time you're triggering, you're working that neuromuscular synapse. And it's hard to talk, apparently. And you're triggering up and down. And this is really, I'm tucking this in. Looks stupid. Anyway, this is, oh, gosh darn it. There we go. And then if this was getting tired, I guess my forearms were feeling it the most, not really the pecs. But anyway, if that gets tired, go down to here. And we're going to pulse it up. And we're going to be pulsing in both directions. Hi, Sam. Sam, look. Here's your pretty face. Oh, what a pretty dog. You look a lot better with your ears up though. And then I'm gonna pulse just the wrist. Frame rate is a little weird for that in the definition, but maybe you can see it. And then I'm gonna pulse that way. Then I can pulse this way. And I can pulse that way. Then I can twist pulse. Twist pulse. Twist pulse and twist pulse. And then that forearm's getting tired. So I'm gonna go up here. And I guess I need to switch the camera angle again from the sit-ups. So let's try. I'm new to this crap. So we're gonna do these. These are gonna really work that upper pec. We're gonna go all the way back to the edge of the range of motion. We're actively moving up and down. Gotta actively move down. So you're triggering the downward motion over and over, and you're triggering the upward motion over and over. And you're just really working the hell out of that synapse. And you're training yourself to be able to trigger all of your muscles that you need to from any point. When you only go from here, you're training your muscle to only trigger like that. You want your muscle to trigger from any angle to any angle. Sam, what are you doing? Okay, good boy. I gotta get Sam a snack. I'm sorry. You want salami? All right. So, Sam, you just want attention, and that's why you're pestering me. All right, go away. So, sticking with that concept, but also doing the concept of working in every direction. We're gonna go up like this. And down. And then I'm gonna go one arm and one arm. Because sometimes you have to train your muscles to do things one side only. Sometimes you want them to sync, like if you were doing the butterfly. But sometimes you just want to have them doing different things. This is actually kind of hard to do. Anyway, so we're going to pulse this time in this direction. And then we're going to do these. And then I'm going to do the same thing, but switch your arm, just like we did with the circles. We're switching the arm position because it creates a different workout. And then you're going to do the other arm and get all the way to the edge of the range. range of motion. And then we're going to go here, and we're going to pulse. This is really working the pectorals and the inner bicep. And then that's feeling a little tired, so we'll switch it. All the way to the edge of range of motion. And then we can go up here. Everywhere you did circles, you can do pulsing. So I can be out here. And I can be back here. Actively moving in both directions. And I'm getting tired, but I don't want to stop. So, I'm going to drop the weights. Just go with the 1 pounder. There's nothing wrong with 1 pounders. Alright. So we're here. We're pulsing in and out. My thumb's out of it. Hold on. So we're going to go. But that's not the only way to do that. This is another way to do that. This is working more the forearms and the triceps. And then this is working the triceps. Any way you can move your arm, you want to pulse your arm. So you're engaging neuromuscular synapses to trigger in that manner, teaching them the whole muscle memory thing, teaching them to do that, because sometimes you need to go like that, and sometimes you would need to go like that. So you want to train every possible motion. All right, keep moving. You want to cross. Don't forget to cross. All the way to the edge. All the way. And switching hand position. Alright. Good boy. Yeah, you ate it all? Good boy. I'm not giving you more. Do you want to get fat? Do you want to get fat? You don't care if you get fat. Alright. So, it's another good one. This is good. I don't know why. The more awkward they are, the more it kind of hurts when you do it. It also looks stupider. But, you know, who cares? These are good pulsing. Like really working that tricep. Try that with an 8-pound weight, and it's going to burn so much, and you're going to feel like a total wuss. Total freaking wuss. But that's alright. You can switch hand position. Get that full extension. The full extension is important. Keep moving. Keep moving. Switch back to circles if you don't know what the next motion you want to do is. Just always keep moving. These are pretty awkward. Let's switch hand position. That doesn't even work. See? You just gotta try everything. Alright. What else can we do? Have we done these? This is more like a basketball shot, so I like to throw in the wrist motion. And sometimes you're going to shoot, obviously, with only one hand. So train with one hand, and then train with the other hand. Alright. And then, if you're really getting into things, you can do pulsing in a circular direction, which is really weird. So, yeah, it's starting to burn my shoulders. No, thank you. So, shoulders are burning. Biceps could use a little more. So we're gonna go. Let's show you the next step from regular pulsing. Regular pulsing moves up to two other options. You got shivering, which is like a shivering motion, and it looks really stupid. And you've got jackhammering, which looks insanely stupid. But I promise they're very good workouts. So I'm going to do the 8s. And this shivering might not even come up on camera. So, if I go like this. If that shows up, that's a lot of up and down motions. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And keep moving. I'm sorry. Should have kept moving. And it's a lot. It's very, very quick. The stronger muscle groups, the ones you've trained, they'll be easier to do. Since a lot of people do the bench press, a lot of people have very good control of their pecs, and they'll be able to do this motion, and they'll be able to do the shivering pretty well. So we're gonna do, trying to let that lactic acid go away, goes out into the blood and gets processed in the liver. That's so weird. It would seem much more efficient to process it in the cell, but whatever. So we're gonna do a bench press kind of motion, except a different hand position, and we're gonna shiver. And that's pretty hard to do. Shivering with your wrist, that's pretty easy actually. I think that's because it's tendons rather than muscles. Tendons work a little bit different than muscles. Obviously the structure's pretty much all collagen. And it's using a different energy source, I believe, or at least in a different way. But anyway, it's easier to shiver with tendons than with muscles. So I'm going to switch away from the 8s and go back to the 1s because shivering is really hard to do. But it's a very good workout, I promise. I'm going to turn this fan on. I know I keep pausing, and I can say don't pause. And then I find a reason to pause. It's because it's the first time doing this. Alright. Alright. So, you know, sometimes you just want to do a motion that stretches. And it's not really a workout, it's just a stretch. And that's fine. Just keep moving, huh? So, the next thing we're going to do, we're going to do jackhammering, which is as close to a jackhammer motion as I can imagine. This is really good for that bench press motion. So we're going to go not really. It's a good workout. Anyway, then we're going to go like this, and we're going to do the jackhammer motion. That's too hard with an 8 right now. We'll do it with 1s. We can do it here. Then you do it here. And come back to circles for a form of rest. Alright. So, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna work out for the rest of this. So I'm gonna put the music on and get some more water. I'll keep this going, but I'm not gonna talk anymore. You know, this isn't nearly as high quality of camera as I thought. Like, these are clearly my shorts when they show up as like a black out for this part of the screen. It's very weird. Anyway, maybe I'll have to change that. I don't know anything about video. So, if you want a good suggestion for a workout, we would go to I'm pretty happy with this one. Can you see that? Oh, that's silly. This is Nightcore Valentine's Day Mix 2018 by Emo1, EMIL, the number 1. It's really good, especially for this kind of workout. Try to stick to the beat. That helps. It really helps. I know nothing about cameras. So this is how I would do a workout. We're just doing a workout. All right. This is my log. I work out with it. Don't ask. Good boy, Sam. It's okay. Hold on. I had to pause this. This is at 6:49. I'm gonna back it up to like 6:30. At 6:08, I'll get play. That's gonna be good. So I'm gonna give me a second. Yeah, One moment. Sorry, folks. This is going to require less heat. It's 36 degrees out here, but in my house, it will not get cold. Windows are open, except for that one without state, because the neighbor's projector's up to like 8,000 degrees. I mean, they can do whatever they want, but it's harsh. Alright. There's the. This is an amino acid beverage, my own creation. It's good stuff. It's got your standard creatine and BCAA and citrulline and glutamine, but it also has things that only work for neurotransmitters, or mostly. Your tyrosine and your tryptophan and choline. Choline's the main driver of the neuromuscular synapse. And it's good stuff. Anyway, with the hair, because that simulates sweating, and sweating, the whole point is to cool you off, because that evaporation takes away heat. So this is about to be a good workout. God, I'm really not that pale, I swear to God. Alright. I'm at 6 minutes and 8 seconds on that Valentine Day mix 2018. And here's the headphones. This is good. Here we go. What happened? Oh, god damn it. Internet, come back. Come back. Come on. Yeah.
You got a twig right here.
I'll leave it. I'll get scissors. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Go get Ruby. Go get your mama. Go. Good thing that was the slow part. I don't know about you, but I turn the volume down for the slow parts. And I don't work out nearly as hard. Or the vocals just aren't that good. counts. Good boy. A lot of people think weightlifters are always looking in the mirror because they're narcissistic or whatever. It's really most people, most of them, are trying to see how their muscles are being used and to see, their form. So when I'm checking out the mirror over there, or the screen over there, it's to see the motion and to see the muscles that are being used. Obviously I can't see this, but I'm looking at the motion. And I learn a lot from that. So I'm always working out with a mirror. Normally not a screen as well, but whatever. Right here, you can feel this burn pretty good. And here, right there, and here. But when I do the twist, I can also feel the back is working as well. And the mid and lower back. The lower back is really ignored by a lot of people, and it shouldn't be. That's probably why there's so many lower back injuries, because everyone has weak lower backs. Virtually everyone. Man, that was a long section. I know I like this mix a lot. But yeah. God. It's got pretty much every supplement that helps with the citric acid cycle, Krebs cycle is what I like to call it, and the urea cycle, and all the neurotransmitters that you can actually ingest and get through the blood-brain barrier. And some that can't get through the blood-brain barrier. It will just affect the non-central nervous system, the peripheral. And that's fine, because all your other nerves need plenty of stuff too. The central nervous system is just a starting point. The ending points, what we're looking at here. Alright, I'm going to do a leg workout. Log weighs about 40. I weighed it once. It was like 43, but it's dried out a lot over like a year. So 3 pounds of water weight sounds like a lot, but I believe it. I don't know. I don't have a scale here, so. Just like the arms, I'm triggering. I'm doing the pulsing. Pushing the camera down. Same the other way. I know I said I wouldn't talk, but I'm doing what I would be doing. I'm just talking over it. I know people do a lot of squats. If you can get to a small weight and pulse squat, I guarantee you'll see some huge gains in your overall squat. This isn't just for doing athletics. It will build up your max. I took my bench for years, maxing at 275, 265. I think I hit 280 once. And I did pulsing on the bench. About 2 weeks later, I got up to 305. Pulsing, even if you're just a gym rat who wants to lift more, max more, pulsing can be pretty awesome. My legs are a little rough. We're at the park for like 3 hours. And by like 3 hours, I mean a little more than 3 hours. Now, I wore a weight vest for most of it, 20 pounds, but it's something. Like I said, same earlier, personal trainers. Sorry. God. This mix is disappointing. Remember it as being better. This looks really, really down, but I promise it works the hips pretty well. I wouldn't do this in front of people. Oh boy. I wouldn't do any of this in front of people. It's probably a bad idea. This is gonna work. The rib muscles, what are those, obliques? And your lower back, your mid back, your shoulder blade area. Also works your delts a little bit, especially if you push down. And if you keep it right here, that actually is a great abdominal workout. Doesn't look like much, but goddamn. If you want, you can pulse all the way out. Hurts like a bitch, but I think a bar would work. The bar might be kind of dangerous though. At least if you get hit with a log, it's not steel. I don't know a good way to do this. It's not dangerous. And you're not going to find the logs just sitting out there. Not like this. It's a good log. Oh, shit. God, I'm disappointed in this mix. If I saved it to my workout list, I was in love with it at one point. Love is a strange, strange thing. This is good for ACL and MCL. Really, really good. And that's also kind of like a circle. Trust me, you feel your ACL and MCL. Alright, I'm gonna stretch for a while. Now, when I stretch, I bounce. I know they say that's bad. They're wrong. It's so wrong. I mean, if you're new, yeah, don't bounce. Let's hear something. If you know what you're doing, bouncing is the way to go. Stay. So, this is a PCL stretch on the left leg. Is that what it is? A PCL? Whatever it is, the patellar tendon. Bounce it. And then go over. You get really wide. This is going to work that groin area. And that's good. But while you're doing that, you move back and forth in a pulsing manner. And I mean, this is half stretch and half workout. Try to point your toes at like 180 degrees. You know? Keep them parallel or in line, whatever. And then stretch it all the way out. And push that knee back. So you're working the outside, stretching the outside of the knee. And then groin. And go back. Stretch this. ACL. And push that knee back. And this looks really dumb. But this is good for the MCLs. And bounce it. Bounce it. Your test is to go like this. I'll see what you can get out of it before you can turn. This is not working for me. Um, Another one. This is Best Ultimate Nightcore Mix #1 Special DJ Gollum 1 hour mix. 17K subs. It's good. I'm gonna pause. Hold on. Sugar. Sugar leads to glucose. Glucose leads to the best thing. The best. Yeah. Alright. So these are good. The bounce too. It really stretches the calf. And the calf. Really lock that front foot into the back foot. And then standard squeeze, good. Really get down low. And then bounce it out. Now I'm gonna hit play. That would step down again. Hello, computer. Hello, computer. What's wrong? What's wrong, computer? Okay, well. 50 megs. Constantly positive. Nothing else is funny. I'll probably try to edit this part out. I'm gonna change the light. Figure if I take that top light out a little bit. Oh, good part. Alright, overhead lights dim. Now it's probably too dark in general, but if I get another backlight, I don't know, maybe someone can hold up. Yeah, now it's not nearly enough better. But now it's not so. Oh well. What's that look like? That looks like it's like a horror movie. Okay. We'll go with this, because whatever. Here we go. I know it's no resting, but this is like workout number big 4 in a row. Plus to going to the park every single day. Anyway. Here we go. $5.21. If I do this, I'm going to lower this. I don't know. I'm going to have to read up on this.
Pop, pop, pop. Pop, pop, pop.
Punch out. Weekend Animals Nightcore Mix 3. Special cereal 1 hour mix. I look tall. I'm gonna put it on the chair. See if that sticks his angle. Alright. We tried lower. Now we're trying higher. Oh, it's really short. I don't think the lighting's any better at all. Obviously, the angle is not something that's that important. You know what? I'm just not feeling night quarry. Grayscale? Love yourself? Trust me. Even though it's Bieber. It's good. Parade. Write a song. Home back to know that.
Moses.
It's midnight. I gotta stop. Yeah. I thought it was like 10. Oh, that's 2 hours.